Hi guys, so today I'm here to review the new flagship 3x3 from GAN, the new GAN 356X. Now I'm sure a lot of people are curious about this cube, and a lot of people are probably thinking, why the hell is it so expensive? I'm gonna try to explain the price. Hopefully I'll be able to justify it for you, and I'll give you my thoughts on the complexity of this cube. And yeah, so without further ado, let's roll that intro. Right, so to start the review, let's see what's inside the box. So here is the box. Now let's take a look at what you get with the cube. So inside the box you have the cube itself, obviously, the GES nuts. Now the new GES nuts is actually quite interesting, and I'll explain a bit more later. The GAN magnetic system with all the different types of magnets. Again, I'll explain this in a bit more detail later. This beautiful card, which I don't know what it's for, but I have a lot of these, so yeah, I guess this filled up the collection. And these things that nobody ever wants. So yeah, so let's start off with the GES nuts, because this, unlike previous model GES nuts, these are actually quite special. Now GAN has two versions of these. One is called the IPG V5 and the other is the numerical IPG. Now the IPG version 5 or V5 is actually cheaper because it requires you to tension it with a tensioning tool, and the numerical IPG, it's actually more expensive because it's a lot easier, because you don't have to use a tensioning tool and it's a lot easier to tension. So next up, the new magnet system, the GMS, the GAN magnet system. This is actually pretty interesting and a really cool feature to have, in my opinion, because for this, the only way that you can change magnet strength on your cube is go through a lot of things like remove current magnets using acetone, I think it was called, and get rid of the glue, get rid of the magnet, put new magnets in. Troublesome, and I don't think many people bothered to do that. Your other option was to get a new cube, basically. So with this system, it's actually really easy to change the magnets. So as you can see from here, you just push down with one of these magnet capsule things, and the one installed in the cube will just pop out immediately, and it's literally only takes a few seconds to change one magnet. So yeah, it's pretty fast, pretty convenient, and it's a cool feature to have. Now the magnets actually come with different magnet strengths, and it's color coded same as the GES. So the clear magnets are the strongest, yellow being the middle sort of strength, and the green are the lightest magnets. And there's actually a non-magnetic capsule, so if you don't want your cube magnetic, which I do not know why, if you are buying this cube, then you can go for that one. Right, so that's the new systems implemented into the cube. Now let's get into the actual cube itself. Now the feeling of the cube, well, it's fast. It's really fast. Like, it's so fast that I struggled to control it after I got it. And it came with the green GES nuts installed, and it was so fast compared to my SM that I actually changed it to the yellow GES nuts, trying to slow it down. And it did slow down, but it's still slightly faster than my SM, but that's the strongest GES I get, so I'll just have to deal with it, I guess. Oh, and I have the clear magnets in here as well, so yeah. I feel like this cube is actually going for the smoothest cube on the market. I heard it feels like the GAN 354, however I don't have that cube because it didn't really interest me much. I don't think 50 54mm would benefit much. In fact, I don't really like 55. And this cube, I must mention, it is really quiet. When the SM came out, it was actually rated as the quietest puzzle there is. And my SM over here, I've glued it with Liquical Silk and DNN, and it is actually a bit more quiet than it was out of the box initially. But let me do a quick sound comparison between the SM and the X, so you can hear the sound difference. So here's what the SM sounds like. And now, the X. Pretty quiet, right? So one thing I actually like more about the SM than the X is it is a bit more stable than the X is. The X is actually really flimsy. Like, it's fast and it's really flimsy. It's really flexible, but not by much. It's just slightly more flexible than the SM is. But it is just a minor issue because with a new cube, you break it in, you do more solves with it. Your turning style eventually adapts to the cube, the nature of the cube. So not a big issue, but I thought some people might be interested in knowing. When I initially got this cube, I hated its performance. Like, it was so inconsistent. Like, sometimes I get really good times, sometimes let's not even talk about those times. So yeah, inconsistent start, but once you adapt your turning style to the cube, it gets more and more consistent. I get really consistent times with it now, so yeah, that's a plus. And one thing I like about the X much more than the SM is it has stickerless. I've been waiting for a stickerless GAN cube for a long time. I know the 354 had stickerless, but like I said, it was not much of my interest to get the cube. So overall, I really like the GAN 356X, but I must mention it is really pricey, as most of you know, but you're paying for a lot, like a really good cube, GES nuts, and these magnets. You get a lot with what you pay for, so I guess the price is justifiable. I mean, you know, if sometimes your cube is too tight, no problem. GES nuts solves your problem. Tension it yourself. Tension it properly. Two magnets too strong. Never mind. It's problem solved. So pretty much for all the flaws you can get in a cube, it does have a solution to it. So you pay for quite a lot. I mean, would you prefer to pay for more magnets or pay for a new cube? Pretty sure a new magnetic cube causes over 100 ringgit. And you pay almost 100 ringgit plus for this, and you get so many options with this and this. So yeah, I mean, it is worth the money you pay for it, in my opinion. So yeah, I actually really recommend the 356X for people who like to customize their cube, and I'm pretty sure if you like GAN cubes, you are gonna love this, because you know, I've been using a GAN cube for as long as I can remember as my main, and this really caught my eye, and it really is a really nice cube, and it's so good in in terms of customization, and you can actually do whatever you want with it. But I personally didn't really do that much. All I did was change the GS springs, and well, it suits me now, so yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. So yeah, see you later guys.